Where the wild roams free and survival is a daily battle, an aging lion once known as the king of the savannah found himself surrounded by danger. Just when his strength began to fail and a pack of ruthless hyenas closed in, a man appeared, changing the course of fate. What happened next left everyone speechless. In South Africa's Kruger National Park, there lived a lion named Jasper, renowned for years. In his youth, his powerful build and thick, majestic mane captivated every visitor, making it impossible to look away whenever he appeared. Jasper commanded authority wherever he roamed, be it riverbanks, dense forests, or the sweeping grasslands. Visitors from around the globe traveled to witness his rare and regal presence. Known as the ruler of the grasslands for his expert hunting skills, Jasper's sharp golden brown eyes and commanding stride struck fear into all. Deer, antelope, even hyenas. His majestic presence at dawn left an unforgettable mark on all who saw him. The rangers called him the king without a throne of Kruger. Jasper rarely failed in a hunt, and few dared to challenge his dominance. But with time, the marks of age began to show. His once glorious mane thinned and lost its shine, and the powerful muscles that once rippled with strength became loose and weary. Hunts grew harder as his speed waned, and eventually, his pride dispersed in search of a stronger leader. Left behind, Jasper was forced to face the unforgiving reality of old age alone. Small wounds began to appear more frequently and took longer to heal. Tourists saw him less and less, no longer roaming the grasslands as he once did. All that remained was the legend of a once majestic king of the jungle. Hidden from human eyes, Jasper silently endured hunger and solitude. Even the greatest rulers could not escape the relentless march of time, and Jasper was no exception. Many times he had to starve because he was no longer fast enough to catch his prey. When he had the chance, Jasper often let small and agile prey escape. His pride was hurt. His eyes were filled with sadness. His thin figure, his ragged fur. Jasper dragged each step wearily in the hot sun. But his greatest fear was the constant harassment of other predators. The hyenas, who had always been afraid, now realized that this lion was no longer formidable. They followed every step, waiting for Jasper to weaken so they could strike. Many times, Jasper hid in the grass all day, avoiding the relentless pursuit. Loneliness and old age made him sink deeper and deeper into misery and danger. In Kruger, there was a ranger named Liam Green who always had a special love for Jasper. He had followed his journey since he was a young and passionate lion. In his thick notebook, Liam recorded Jasper's spectacular hunts and everyday moments. When Jasper entered a period of weakness, Liam still did not take his eyes off, silently observing and ready to rescue. To him, this lion was the soul of the savannah, worthy of being cherished for life. Liam's patrol car often crept across the vast grasslands, hoping to find Jasper. Many times he encountered him, exhausted, standing precariously in the harshness of nature. Liam always hesitated because interfering too much could break the laws of the wild. However, he still carried an unquenchable compassion. Other conservationists were also informed and coordinated by Liam to be able to provide timely assistance. One sunny afternoon, Jasper trudged across the dry grasslands, exhausted from days without food. Each step he took became heavy, his breathing ragged. Suddenly, a pack of ferocious hyenas appeared, lurking from afar. They realized that this old lion was no longer as capable of fighting back as before. At first, they growled and circled around to confuse Jasper further. Then the pack of hyenas fiercely charged in, cornering him in a dead end. Jasper tried to run away, but his steps quickly faltered. When he stopped, the hyenas took advantage of the opportunity and attacked him. A few deep bites appeared, and blood began to dye his pale fur red. Jasper's weak roar was not enough to repel the bloodthirsty predators. Fortunately, Liam and the patrol team were nearby and discovered the situation in time. They saw Jasper surrounded, so they immediately drove closer. Liam did not hesitate. He jumped out of the car and took a stick to charge at the pack of hyenas. Surprised by the appearance of humans, the pack of hyenas stopped attacking. Lion desperately chased them away, ignoring the danger in order to save Jasper's life. Unable to deal with the humans, the pack of hyenas quickly retreated. Jasper lay on the ground, gasping for breath and in pain all over his body. Conservation staff rushed over and checked for serious injuries. They agreed that Jasper should be taken to the rescue center immediately. At the rescue center, the medical team made every effort to treat the Kruger legend. The wounds were carefully disinfected and bandaged, and he was given fluids to restore his health. At first, Jasper seemed scared, but gradually realized that the humans here did not mean to harm him. The medical team used painkillers and antibiotics to prevent infection. His body was exhausted, making the recovery process slow. Experts assessed that Jasper was too weak to survive in the wild. As a longtime icon, Jasper was placed in the intensive care unit. Every day, the center staff provided fresh meat and checked his health progress. Liam often visited, bringing with him both care and gratitude for the old memories. He sat next to him, caressed him, and talked to him as if comforting his own conscience. As the days went by, Jasper's wounds slowly healed, and patches of his fur began to return. A steady diet gradually restored his strength, and the once ragged figure started to look a little fuller. To everyone's surprise, after just a month, he began showing signs of renewed vitality. Still, time had left its mark. His power could not return in full, and even brief walks left him weary and in need of rest. Yet through it all, Jasper continued to roar. Though no longer thunderous, his voice carried the weight of memory and pride, a stirring echo of a king who once ruled the wild. Word quickly spread that the legendary lion had been rescued, drawing many visitors to the center. They listened intently to the tale of Jasper's tragic decline and the courageous effort that saved him. Liam often sat quietly beside him, lost in memories of Jasper's prime, charging through the dawn-lit grasslands, fearlessly pursuing antelope and unleashing a roar that once echoed like thunder across the savannah. Now, those days lived only in memory, and before them stood a weary king, bravely enduring the twilight of his life. Nevertheless, Jasper's presence continued to hold profound meaning for wildlife conservation. The reserve chose to present him as a living symbol of nature's unforgiving reality and the responsibility humans bear in protecting it. Visitors from near and far came to see him, capturing photos and sharing his story to raise awareness about the importance of preserving endangered species. Jasper stood before the public with a calm expression. Though his majesty had faded and his golden brown eyes held a trace of sorrow, there remained a quiet strength that stirred the hearts of all who saw him. In that moment, it became clear. While age and nature's harshness are unavoidable, compassion has the power to soften even the saddest of endings. And so, Jasper, the once revered legend of Kruger National Park, spends his final days in the caring hands of humans, a timeless symbol of dignity and the fleeting nature of life. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.